Hi guys, Scott here from Outlaw Garage. Today we're doing a bit of a garage catch-up because this car is not running, but it is one of our favourite cars of all time. So please welcome the Tempo Matador. So here we go, we've got a 51 Tempo. This one is in significant better condition than ours. Picked up from a Ballarat swap meet many moons ago. No rust at the top. The head of the Tempo is in great condition. Doors look like they need just a bit of banging out. No real rust. Ours are all kind of rusted all down the bottom, but these ones look solid. It looks like they just need a little bit of hammering. Of course, they always tend to go a little bit down the bottom, but this one looks in great condition. So I think the plan originally was to fully restore it because there's a load of NOS parts available and here for it. However, I think it's probably going to get a light touch, keep some of the patina and get it on the road and see it driving around, because you don't see many of them on the road, which is a really nice kind of touch. This one's got all the kind of the back seat, all the space in the back, all the original wood is still in the back of the Tempo, which is absolutely amazing. I think this one's going to get some custom safari windows on it, which having had them on buses and we've obviously got them on the bread van, I think safari windows will be absolutely perfect on here. We might try and take the nose off. Obviously we're not going to start this one today because she is in a bit of a state of disrepair and needs a restoration, but the engine is under the driver's seat, or slap bang in the middle really. So front wheel drive, front engine car, but it's a air-cooled Volkswagen engine. I think this is going to get a little 1300 in it, just to have a little bit more power than the original one. Like we said, it has been in here being stored for a little while, but you can see the chassis is good. Like all the back here of the Tempo, it's all solid. She looks in really good condition for, like, yeah, early 50s car, and picked up on a swap meet. That's absolutely brilliant. So I've just quickly pulled the nose off. They just unclip and lift off. So you fill up the fuel by the cap here, because the petrol tank, we'll show you in a minute, is slam bang in the front of the car. So that's where you would normally hose it up and fill it up. But that's the nose of the Tempo. And then if we swing here, what we've got is the old original fuel tank, which, as you can see, probably doesn't hold very much. I don't know, 15, 20 litres perhaps, maybe on a good day. So many of these were used at yards for carrying bricks and tiles or plants and things like that, so they probably didn't have to go very far. Steering box and all the column down there. On these, the actual fuel tank is mounted, and I will be a little bit careful because here being back in Australia, there might be a few little spiders and creepy crawlies behind there, so I might not be sticking my hand too much down there. So, and they are mounted on wooden blocks, and then as you can see here, they're strapped to the body via the wooden block. So if you have an accident, you are sat on the engine with the fuel tank right in front of you. If the steering column doesn't pierce your heart very quickly, you probably get set on fire real quick, but they are a brilliant little car. Obviously these are, I don't know if I can pop that one open, but these are suicide doors. So here we go, look at that. Always cool on any car, suicide door is cool. Got the old mechanism there, but that'll probably need a fair bit of attention because she is rusted up a little bit. But as you can see, like, the door is actually in really good nick. The window frame is in, there's glass in it, and here we go. This is the inside of the old Tempo. where the speedo goes and the gauges. I think it goes from the speedo covers stop, really slow, slightly quicker than really slow. The floor's not too bad, but again, easy to fix on one of these. There's not much to it at all. Here's the seat. Here's what we were talking about on the back. So this lifts up. Let me do it. See if I can do it with one hand. And there we go. And then what you can see is that is the floor, but there'll be the gearbox and everything mounted underneath. So you sit on the engine. So it is a true, I guess, cab over engine. I think this one, very much like ours, will probably get the cab taken off it, get the restoration done from there, and then be back on the road. Because if you, so I guess the plan with ours and probably this one is that you frame up all the inside so that when you take off the body, you still keep the whole thing square, lift it all off, get the body repaired, or really just the cab, and then you've got all access to all the axle and all of those kind of bits, so you don't have to really put it on a mount or anything to be able to get to anything. It's really easy to get to. Put the engine in the car first, put the cab over the top, get it registered, drive it down the road, looking probably one of the coolest things you've seen on the road ever. What a brilliant car. So here we go, we've never seen one of these before. I can't remember if we've got ours for our Tempo or not, but this is the dash pod. So apparently at one point you could get to 60 miles an hour in one of these. I'm not sure if you'd want to do that with a death wish or without having your will put away, but 60 miles an hour in one of these must be, oh geez, I'm not sure about that. So here we go, something interesting about the dash pod. So if we clicked in our ignition here, this is the start button. However, to get your headlights on, you actually have to turn the key again to get your headlights to work, which is a really odd way of doing it. Like, you would have thought there was another button or something like that, rather than kind of messing around with a key. And then that just kind of, it clicks back fine. Again, just as we're covering interesting parts of the Tempo, so this is the original key. You can see it's got no kind of mechanism on it, but it's got the push at the end, and then here, because this one's already got the key in, it actually pushes through, and then this is the ignition assembly, and that's how the car's secured. So there's the key, and that's how it kind of pops in. Really cool. The Tempo is killer. We need to get over to Perth and write a list of what's required to put ours together as well, because it'd be nice to get that sorted out, as it's sat in the garage for about 8 years, so that would be kind of nice to do. Hope you enjoyed the video. You don't see these Tempos around very much, and it's really given us an urge to crack on with ours, which is over in Perth, which hopefully if these lockdown changes firm up a little bit in Australia, we'll be able to get over there and see it soon without too much risk, but we'd love to be able to get ours on the road. Can't wait to see Peter's. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you later.